chosen ones, empaths. When a narcissist makes a terrible decision, they're not one to hold up their hands and say, you know what, I've made a bad move. These individuals will go to any lengths possible to make sure their image remains okay in the eyes of their flying monkeys and peers and friends and family. They don't want to look like a fool, and also in the eyes of you, they don't want to look like a fool. So this is why we see narcissists posting their new supply, and we might have already sussed it out. Some of us haven't, but some of us have sussed it out, and we're like, yo, this new supply is dusty. They've made a bad move. Like, we can see it with our plain eyes. We can see this person has made a bad move, but they continue on plastering over the cracks. And you've got to realize, when they made these posts to social media, their previous supplies, they're counting on them still looking at their social media. I made a video earlier about how the narcissist denies closure, and by the narcissist denying closure, it leaves you to your own devices, which makes you start turning into someone that spies and wants to see what they're doing. I told you in that video to make sure that you try and avoid looking on social media. But sometimes this is what enables us to have our closure. So it can be a blessing as well. If you've got the capability to understand, when you do look, you might see something that momentarily hurts you, but you just need to look beneath the veil and see this person's not actually content with their decision that they've made. And, you know, you might not have heard from them for some time, and then they reached out with a Hoover. And that might have enabled you to start looking and seeing what's going on. And you see them with a new supply, and you're thinking, hold on, why are they reaching out to me for? I don't understand it. You know, look, let's just sum it up exactly how it is. The narcissist makes terrible decisions. They don't have emotional thinking. They don't process emotions properly. They don't have empathy. They make some of the worst decisions for some of the most bizarre and stupid reasons. If you ask them to truly express why they destroyed the relationship you and them had, you would be flabbergasted at what the response would be. If they spoke the truth, you're never going to hear the truth. But honestly, it could be something like a narcissistic injury, something you said, something you did that inflicted an injury. And they really do make these terrible decisions. And as I said to you earlier on, they've got to maintain their image, right? But imagine that the narcissist deep down knows they don't even carry the same image that they had when they was with you. You see, they had a certain image when they was with you, and the narcissist cares a lot about their image. So don't fall into the trap of believing this image they're creating is better than you. It's not. And too many partners in one lifetime isn't good for you. It's proven that if you have multiple partners, divorce rates more common, separations more common, even if it's non-marital relations. People break up. It's promoted in today's society to have numerous partners and to be with numerous people like it's okay, like it's liberating. But our body's not capable of actually withstanding that kind of treatment. It's not capable of that. Our brain's not capable of that. We form bonds with people, and even a narcissist does form a bond. Their bond is actually more stronger in reality. And they always talk about how the empath is a codependent, but the narcissist is in fact a codependent. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But the narcissist is a codependent. And the reason why they're codependent is because they're dependent upon a supply source. I'm not saying they're just codependent to you. They're codependent in general with supplies, right? But they are codependent to you in a particular way, because you, as a unique individual that you are, offered a supply source that was created for them. You offered that to them. You only offered that to them. And they can only receive this from you. And they become accustomed to the ways you used to do something. Now, it doesn't matter the period of time the relationship goes on for. It comes down more to the impact you actually created during that relationship. And as empaths and chosen ones, we make a severe impact on the narcissist. So when they make these terrible decisions and move on, they just start plastering over the cracks. The main thing in their mind is they think to themselves, all right, I can get second best. If everyone else thinks I'm doing well, and everyone else thinks I'm happy, and everyone else thinks I'm okay, but deep down I'm suffering inside. Deep down I'm miserable every day with the life that I live. But as long as everyone else thinks I'm doing fine, as long as my ex thinks I'm doing fine, they're content with that. They are miserable in general. Narcissists are some of the most miserable creatures on this earth, right? They are so sour and miserable, right? So they are continuing this facade, masquerading through life with artificial light, masquerading through life like they're happy, pretending they're happy. They're not. Even when the narcissist was with you, they wasn't content and they wasn't happy. They are miserable. They're unsatisfiable. Give them any supply source. They're not satisfied, right? But what you start to become is a thing of the past that holds them tightly, bound. Because when they've got something in their hands, they don't appreciate it, but they'll begin to re-idolize what they had before. And this is the succession that the narcissist carries out in this succession. They move forward and regret before. They do this. They done it with you. When they were with you, unless you were their first partner, if they had previous partners from you, they told you that their ex was bad, their ex was horrible, their ex was mean. They told you all of these lies about their ex, right? But deep down, they were still connected through soul ties with their ex. And they made you do certain things that their ex did or didn't do. They use the power of suggestion. They're very clever with the power of suggestion. They use this power of suggestion to make you start carrying out things and acting in a certain way which their ex did or did not do, to fill a certain criteria, to tick a certain box. It enables them to get more from you through this power of suggestion. They're very clever with it. They do it. And what I'm saying is through the whole duration of the relationship, they never truly appreciated you for what you are. They never appreciated you for your individuality, your uniqueness, anything you offered them. They never truly appreciated it. Everything comes to a crunch. Everything comes to loggerheads when they finally release you back and you're free from them. Regardless, even you got rid of them, they've blessed. You've been granted your freedom. If a narcissist doesn't want to leave, they don't want to leave. But they don't want to leave now. Wherever they are now, they wish they could change that decision back. They wish they could change their minds about what happened, right? And they have to live with this decision and this regret. And they're plagued with this self-absorbed regret and decision-making that they made. But they can't let the people around them know. Maybe their very closest confidants, maybe their very closest ones, their very closest flying monkeys, they might let slip their true feelings about you and try and get some advice or something like that, depending on if they take these flying monkeys' advice seriously or not, depending on the scale of where they are on their hierarchy that they place them on, right? If they will take on board some information. They might tell these people. But I just want you to know that when the narcissist knows they made a bad decision moving on with a new supply, it makes them miserable. They're not content in life. You know, they could be posting, they're in this country, they're doing this, they're on the beach somewhere, they're celebrating, they're doing this. Their mind is preoccupied with what you're doing. They have very close-knit bonds with people. They do form a very obsessive, weird, deranged bond. It's not a bond like how me and you bond. It's not a bond like that. It's a deranged bond. It's a weird, absurd bond that they have with individuals. And they you know, why does a narcissist clutch to your belongings? You know, they'll clutch to your belongings. They'll keep things of yours. They do these things as little trinkets. They're very weird, right? They remember their past. They remember you from their past, and they don't want to forget about you. They've tried to plaster over the cracks. That doesn't work. That whole move going with the new supply was aimed at hurting you. They thought your life was a revolving door, and they can walk back into your life when they want. If you've been strong enough to say no to that, you've been strong enough to put the door slam in place, the narcissist is a lost cause. You've got no contact. The narcissist is a lost cause. They're lost. They're out in the world, lost. They're not content with these new supplies. And they know it was down to their stupid error of their ways, from their own stupidity, that they done this to themselves. And or that the only thing they can do now is, if you've door slammed them, you don't want them back. You might have moved on now, you don't want them back. The only thing they can do is make out to the rest of the world that they're happy and they're content and they're living the best life. That's all they can do. So don't believe anything you see on their social media, on the internet, or wherever you see these things. Don't believe anything that you're seeing. They're making out they're living the best life. They're making this out because that's all they can do. That's all they can do, is make out to everyone that they're living the best life possible. It was a good decision discarding you, or a good decision reverse discarding you, or a good decision walking away when you cut them off. They want to play it out like that. They can't let no one know, apart from their closest confidants, who they confide in, the truth of the matter, right? And the truth of the matter is, they deeply regret losing you. They will always deeply regret losing a chosen one or an empath. It's highly unlikely that they are going to find another chosen one or empath in their lifetime. There's this unique supply source given at that you offer alone, just as an individual. Let alone that you're a chosen one, let alone that you're an empath. Yeah, it's so pure and potent to a narcissist. That's why they picked you from the range of suppliers that they could have picked at the time when they got into a relationship with you. They had other options. They chose you for a reason. They stayed with you for a reason. And they discarded you, or the relationship broke up for a reason. And a lot of the time it's because they're seeking revenge and they want to hurt you. And they feel like the thing that they can hurt you most is by taking themselves out of the equation. But they learn to live with that as one of their biggest mistakes they make in life. They think they're all so powerful. You know? They don't realize that you displaying your levels of affection towards them and care and consideration built them up on this plateau, built them up on this platform that they began to look down at you from, you know. So they believed, you know, I want to hurt this person. They become obsessed with hurting you. I want to hurt them. I'm going to take myself out of their life to hurt them. Or I'm going to treat them so badly they have to leave me. You know, they're going to do something like this. But this becomes a very, very dreadful mistake that they make. And I want you to know and use this as your closure, you know. Trust me, you only have to look beneath the veil. Look, a narcissist is a miserable creature. They're never happy. You know? This is what I'm saying. Even if they did come back to you, as much as they desire and they want to come back to you, even if they did come back to you, it would just be the repeat of history again. You know, they'll start devaluing it again, smearing you. You know, it'll just be the same thing. It's only because you're living in the imaginative world of the narcissist. You're living in the imaginary land where the narcissist thinks and everything seems rosy and shiny, and you become shiny again. You become the greener grass again. This is what you become. This is what happens. And they will forever be living with that. I've received hoovers after years apart, right? And I know I haven't reached out to them. I haven't made contact with them. They've made contact with me. And the same narcissist that you're dealing with will do the same thing to you. If you made an impact, and I don't want you to doubt yourself now, please don't doubt yourself now. You made an impact. I know you made an impact. Don't look through the lens of the narcissist. Don't believe what the narcissist told you were. Don't believe any of that. I know you made a tremendous impact in the life of the narcissist. A lot of these individuals were completely broken. A lot of these individuals had problems in their life. We helped repair these problems. We helped build them back up. And they wanted to get back to this platform that they're at, right? And they wanted to begin to devalue us and look down at us and treat us like trash after we picked them up from the trash. We picked them up from the broken pieces they were in, right? They know the healing nature of the empath. They know the healing nature of the empath. And this is part of what they're addicted to. The healing nature that you possess. Right? So just realize that wherever they are deeply in a self-absorbed regret. And they will continue to make out that everything's A-okay. But it's not deep down in the core of the narcissist. And the narcissist lives with this, but you know the truth of what really exists inside them. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. If you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. So anyway, we'll be back with another video soon. Peace.